Glad to have you back. Nigeria's aviation industry has faced significant challenges over the years, but for the last year, the sector experienced notable growth. The Central Bank of Nigeria settled and confirmed all verified claims by foreign airlines. Also, foreign airlines in Nigeria unblocked their low-priced fares on the country's routes, as well as suspension of the project Air Nigeria indefinitely. Well, let's get talking. I introduced him earlier. He's an aviation journalist and analyst, Mr. Wale Shadari. Good afternoon, Mr. Shadari. It's good to have you on the program. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Yes, I think it's best we start with a bit of positives in Nigeria's aviation industry for the year. In review, we saw Air Peace move to the UK, and of course, all the developments, one or two of them. Let's do a review of it and take it up from there before we talk about, of course, the challenges ahead.
Thank you very much. The year started on a rather slow note, but it is what I would call a learning curve for the new administration and for the new Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo. Initially, it looks tough, but as they began to pummel him, they began to so many critics in the industry, and the minister started shaping up, if I may say. The industry has not looked badly. Yes, we have challenges, like I said, but the best way to describe the last 1 year of this administration is to describe it as a learning curve, even with some positive and with so many challenges. We saw a lot of problems the new administration inherited, and they were very, very overwhelming. And when you have an overwhelming issues or problems, you begin to sit down to begin to look at the low-hanging fruits before you begin to look at a long-term solution to some of those problems we have. If I'm going to rate the industry or the ministry or the entirety of the aviation industry, I will score it 50% because there's more room for improvement. But what we have seen in the last 1 year hasn't been that bad. We can do better than what we have done, but I think the aviation industry is very resilient to withstand whatever shocks you put on the way. In the last 1 year, I think we are moving in the right trajectory. We need to sustain the momentum. And if we're able to sustain the momentum, I believe the next year or the next 2 years of this administration, we're going to see more positives and better things. The problem with us is that when there's a change, we expect things to work like magic without knowing that some of these things have been destroyed for more than 30, 40 years. So the rot is very deep there.
I think network challenge there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can hear you very
well. Go ahead.
Yes, I think the last administration has taken the bull by the horn to see how they could solve some of the problems that we have. Remember the airlines problems this administration inherited, and the minister moved swiftly to see how he could help in getting aircraft for the airline operators at a single-digit rate, and by meeting with aircraft makers, Airbus, and the others. That's a positive. And I've also seen the likes of Air Peace venturing into a difficult terrain. But be that as it may, Air Peace is not the only airline that has gone to London, Nigerian airline that has gone to London. So it's our hope and our wish that Air Peace will equally sustain the momentum and stay on this route for a very, very long time or forever. So these are some of the things that give us positive. And the minister said he is going to review some of the bilateral air services agreement. And we have also seen how the president worked so very hard in conjunction with the minister to ensure that Emirates Airline comes back. A lot of people have said we do not need Emirates Airline, and I laugh at them that they do not even understand what business is all about. They do not even understand what economics is all about. They do not even understand what the aviation industry is all about. We need as many airlines that can come into this market because it will have a catalytic effect on every other sector. And we equally need competition on this route to make airfares to be cheaper, not only cheaper, to make it affordable to a lot of travelers. We can see what happened when federal government decided to release airlines trust fund of over $700 million. We saw the effect, instant effect it had because the airlines had to open their lower inventories. And what happened? First, tumbled, and a lot of Nigerians can even travel with 100,000 naira to places that before now they could travel for 4 million, 5, 6 million naira. So we saw the effect. And when airpeace also came, it further liberalized the market. Now airfares are so competitive now that on a good day you can even get fares to London for 600 and 700,000 naira, depending on the time of purchase. So these are all positives for the aviation industry. And I pray we'll be able to sustain this momentum and not retrogress or go back to where we're coming from. Yes, despite the achievements, some of the achievements we've had, that does not take away the humongous challenges that have also beset this industry, like interest loan, forex, and lack of MRO. Because what we still do at this particular time is to take our aircraft abroad, overseas, for them to repair, and this causes a lot of capital flights to the industry. We take a lot of dollars out of the country to repair our aircraft, which are very, very necessary. But if we have a local aircraft maintenance facility or facilities in this country, and we'll be able to keep that foreign exchange and we'll be able to save more money. The airlines will be able to be in business rather than what the problem they are going. They are really, really hemorrhaging as at this moment. So that is where the government needs to even look at it. And the minister has promised to give the airlines maximum support so that they can stay afloat. We do not even have the issue of forex again because of the E&E window that you can go to the open market and get your dollar almost at the same rate as the parallel market understand. So that issue has been taken away. But the issue of loans, there's no way Nigerian Airlines can survive on double-digit interest loan. You take a loan and you're paying back 25-30% of that loan back. So how are you going to be prosperous? How are you going to? In other clients, interest on loan is just 1%. At times it's 0.012% or nothing at all. So this encourages airlines to be profitable. But the reverse is the case in Nigeria, where airlines get loan at 30%. There's no way you can be profitable with interest rates of 30%. So the government needs to look at that. Government needs to help the airline. And there's no government that I've known in recent times that has supported the airlines the way this minister or this federal government has supported airlines. But what we are saying, they need to do more. It's like a case of Oliver Twist. You've done this, you should do more.
Always one more.
Has been given all the support. Oh yes, Airpeace has been given all the support that no airline in Nigeria has been given. It is our wish that they continue to fly our flag. It is our wish that they do this with transparency and do not disgrace or taint our flag, because they are carrying our flag as a flag carrier for Nigeria. So we still need to give them all the necessary support that we need to give them to be able to be profitable until we're able to get another airline that will also represent Nigeria we need to give airpeace all the necessary support that we need to give them. And this government has done that. In fact, just last week or 2 weeks ago, when airpeace had issue of safety at Gatwick Airport, the minister came out to say, we strongly back this airline. All those snags, all those safety violations have been taken care of. Even the DGNCA came out to say, no, yes, we agree that this issue happened, but all the gaps had been closed. So these are the support that airpeace enjoys, and these are the support that we also expect other Nigerian airlines to get from the federal government, because they actually represent us. So if we are to look at this industry holistically, like I said, we have so many challenges, but we cannot take away the gains that we have made in the last 1 year. But like I said, we need to do more. We need to do a lot of things. We need to be where other countries are. We need to tackle infrastructure. We need to ensure that our airlines are healthy. We need to ensure that the industry, the aviation industry in general, is also healthy. Because the airline business is just one of the sectors of the aviation industry. You have the ground handler, you have the other agencies, aviation agencies. Without the airlines, we can't even have aviation industry. So the government needs to look at them. The government needs to sit down with them to ask them, what are your problems, with the way of, helping them to ameliorate some of the challenges they are currently facing. But the truth of the matter is that we have achieved some things without taking away the fact that the challenges that we have are very, very heavy. But these challenges, we shouldn't allow them to suppress us. These challenges, we shouldn't allow them, we should overcome them. Challenges are meant to be overcome. Problems are meant to be solved. So we hope that the minister will continue to look at this industry and continue to help the airlines like he has always said and he has always done. We hope in the next 1 year we'll have a better story to tell from what we are saying now.
That's really holistic, I must say, because you touched on every aspect, every angle of activities that has played out in the past 12 months or even less. But let me follow up with the big Nigerian air project. Yes, I know we talked about this on this show, not once, not twice. But finally, it's been suspended indefinitely. That dream of having a national carrier, you know how interesting it would be. But are we back to that level again where we are starting from square one with regards to letting this happen?
You see, yes. The National Carrier Air Project, having a national carrier is not something bad. But how we go about it determines how desirous, how much we want it. It is my wish, and it may be a personal opinion, that I feel we shouldn't, for any reason, throw the baby away with the bathwater. A lot of people are against this, some for political reasons, some for selfish interest, some for altruistic reasons, and some for genuine reasons. They felt that project had a comma, that project was not transparent enough, that project needs to be. For those who hold political views about it, that project must be cancelled. For those who hold a selfish interest of it, interest of other entities, they don't want to see that airline. They don't even want to hear anything about national carrier. But for some of us who strongly believe in this country, we want a national carrier that will be run professionally, a national carrier that will be run efficiently. Ethiopian Airlines, they don't have two heads. That airline is the most profitable airline in the sector. It makes profit year in, year out, and everybody has come to see the airline as a world-class airline. So what I would have expected, because when you say you cancel a project indefinitely, sorry, you suspend indefinitely. I do not understand that English. You can't suspend something indefinitely. What you can do, you just come to Nigeria and say, this project is not transparent, this project is not good, we are canceling it. When you're canceling, and when you're suspending a project, when are you going to tell Nigeria that, okay, we are starting a new project? I understand on good authority that the Minister of Aviation, the current Minister of Aviation, is also looking in that direction to give Nigeria a national carrier. I support national carrier because it has a lot of benefits for Nigeria, especially if it is not run 100% by federal government. Ethiopian Airlines was created by Ethiopian Airlines. They ran it for some years, but they began to have a new direction that no, government must divest itself from business. So they privatized the airline, but government has a very big control over Ethiopian Airlines. And because they are very frugal, because they are focused, the airline has continued to be the pride of Africa. Is an airline that has built a five-star hotel of over 500 rooms in Addis, very close to Bole International Airport. This is an airline that is even building a new international airport that will rival airports like Heathrow Airport, will rival airports like Atlanta. Come on, let's come off it. Ethiopian Airlines has done well for itself. If there are areas you feel, okay, this project is not to the satisfaction of Nigeria, remove those things and let us have it. And if you're not also comfortable with the whole project setup, tell Nigerians that this project has been cancelled. Then let us start a new one that is truly Nigerian owned. Nigerians are talented. Nigerians are intelligent people. We can even run airline ourselves. If Ibom Airline could set up an airline in less than 2 years, what is stopping us? What is stopping us from setting up an airline ourselves? So we can do it, we can achieve it, but it depends on how do we want to do it. Are we going to do it the way we have always done it without result? I believe the answer should be no. We should sit down, engage people who are very knowledgeable in this. We should even engage outsiders who are very knowledgeable about to seek help on how to float a very credible airline. I do not understand the level of fraud with that airline, but if there's fraud, you can call whoever promoted that thing. You can call that person to question. We can know the level of fraud that has been committed. It's not just enough to just say it is fraud. Let us know the level of fraud that has been committed. I've heard a lot of things, but it is coming from people who honestly do not want national carrier for selfish reasons. Nobody has told us, apart from that, they said Ethiopian Airlines is going to hold majority share. Ethiopian Airlines is not the only airline that has invested in other airlines in Africa. We have so many airlines, but they felt Nigeria is big enough to go it alone. Nowhere in the world has any airline done it alone. Airline business is about collaboration, is about partnership, it is about coming together. These days, nobody does it alone. It's only Nigerian airlines that want to do it alone. And that is why they are where they are today. So let us look at it. If the minister is setting up a new airline for Nigeria, let it be credible, let it be trusted, and let us have it. We can't continue to experiment with this, and we can't continue to make to waste a lot of taxpayers' money on a project that is appearing to be white elephant project. We should be serious. I'm so passionate about this industry because it's one industry that I love. So when I see a lot of shenanigans, I sit down and say, what is wrong with us as a people? Why can't we do things the right way? So we talk too much in this country. Rather than sit down to work, we talk too much. We say, oh, this is not this is bad, this is that. And we end up repeating the mistakes of the past. So the minister should tell us the direction he wants to go with a national carrier so that we can put all these Nigeria Air projects, we push it away and let us focus on something more meaningful. Let
Indeed.
us focus on what can grow this industry. Let us focus on what can push this industry beyond where it is today.
Indeed. Interesting one there. I see the passion there. Mr. Wale Shadari, thank you so much for your time. I know you have a lot of meetings to attend to, so let me just allow you enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much. Have a safe one.
Thank you for